Today's Midday Kentucky Cooking segment brought to you by Creative Kitchen and Bath, where you will always cook in style.
We are here in the kitchen of A Wild Time with Chef Allison Davis.
Yeah, this is her first time in the kitchen with me. She's a little nervous.
This is my first time in the kitchen ever. I'm a little uncomfortable. So
it's okay, I got you.
Are we easing into things?
Yeah, I got you. Don't worry.
All right, what are you cooking today while I watch?
Well, this week I've actually been focusing in on like Asian-inspired dishes.
Yes.
I love Asian food, and I love like the sauces and the flavors that Asian dishes have. So this one I'm going to do a sweet and sour chicken.
Okay.
With a little bit of stir-fried vegetables.
All right. Everything's so pretty, all the colors.
Well, and that's one of the great things about Asian food is you see a lot of the peppers, you know, the onions, green onions, cilantro. There's all kinds of colors. And then a lot of times you have the dark sauce from like your soy sauce and other things. So I'm going to start with a marinade on the chicken. And I'm doing kind of a healthy version of the sweet and sour. So we're going with some pomegranate juice and a little bit of orange juice.
Interesting.
Yeah, so this is kind of the sweet and sour a little bit. And then we're going to add in some tomato paste.
And it's okay to just use it right out of the can?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I just opened it up. I'm not touching the chicken. All right, and so then I'm adding a bit of soy. And I love heat. So if you get used to cooking with me, I'm a big
Is this Sriracha?
It's Sriracha.
Oh, it goes on everything. Don't worry.
Go.
We're going to be BFFs.
Okay,
everything.
So Sriracha in there, and then I'm going to add in a little bit of cornstarch here, and that is a gluten-free option, but you could also go with like arrowroot.
Does the cornstarch just thicken things up?
It does,
okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of our marinade. So I'm going to let that just sit and kind of work in with our chicken for a second. And if you let this sit for just a little while, it's just going to give you more of that sweet and salty, kind of sweet and sour flavor.
It just kind of soaks it all up?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to add a little oil in our pan, which is nice and hot, and then we're just going to go in with our veg.
I feel like I should back up.
You're okay, I know. So we're going to go in with our vegetables. And so I've just got some onions, some green peppers, and some red peppers. So if you would help me.
Oh, you really want me to?
Yes, we're going to get you comfortable in this kitchen. That's what we do here. We teach cooking classes as well as like catering.
You do after hours?
And we have true beginners classes for
yes.
what we call our worst chefs in America.
Is that with like the 6-year-olds?
So you're good.
Is there a technique?
So, you're just going to, I'm going to give you a spoon. All right, and you're just going to kind of move it around in the pan, and this won't get hot on you.
This is like the bumper.
You're good. All right, so while this is marinating, we're just going to saute that up, and then what we're going to do is basically just pour all of this chicken in, and the marinade is going to help thicken, and then we're just going to cook that chicken.
And same thing, you just keep stirring it around?
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like we're at a hibachi grill here.
Right, and so we're just going to kind of keep working that in. I'm going to chop up a little green onions that's going to go over the top. And really, we're just going to kind of finish cooking the chicken and make sure it's cooked all the way through. And then we can serve this up. This would go great with a little bit of rice, or you could even add in like some rice noodles, you know, kind of almost like a pad thai if you wanted.
Yes.
But you see how it's thickening up? Oh, now if it starts to get too thick from the cornstarch, we can go in with a little bit of broth, which I'll grab here in just a second.
So this is your beginner 101 question. How long does it take for a chicken to cook through?
So chicken, it's a great question. It's all about cooking it to the right internal temperature. So it would be white and all the juices would be clear. And if you have a thermometer, then you're going to be looking at around 165 degrees.
165.
Yeah, and then that's how you need to cook chicken all the way through.
And for someone like you who just has the trained eye, can you kind of just look at it and know?
Well, yeah, it'll be white, so we can cut into one of those pieces and it'll be white in the center.
Gotcha. All right, Allison, this has been simmering in this, what pan is this?
Sauté pan.
Sauté pan. For how long now?
A good 10 minutes, I'd say. I went ahead and tested one piece of the chicken breast, just kind of cut it open. And again, we had already cut the chicken breast down, so it's in like chunks, so it cooks pretty quickly. But the sauce is nice and thickened. And again, I think I added a little bit of broth just to kind of thin that out, so it's nice and smooth. But this is lovely. A few last minute toppings. I'm just going to add a little crunch with some just carrot.
Right.
Little shredded carrot.
And it makes it pretty.
A little bit of green onion, just that color, and kind of work that in. And this is ready to go. So I think we should give it a little taste.
Let's do it.
And I'm even going to go in with the vegetables. Hot. But it's all about balance.
That is fantastic.
Well, thank you.
Yes, and I feel the spice, which you know I love.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys know where to find this recipe, WTVQ.com/recipes tab. I'm Chef Allison Davis.
Amber, we'll be right back.